Welcome to another video, Walk on the Wild Side, and I'm here in Blackpool. It's a Monday morning, beginning of the week. Do you get the Monday morning blues? Well, we might have the Monday morning blues here in Blackpool because it's the end of the season. Yes, it's the end of the regular holiday season here in Blackpool. Normally comes to an end around about, bonfire night. Bonfire night's on Tuesday, isn't it, this year? But yeah, the illuminations used to come to an end at this time, but now, of course, we do extend the illuminations into 2025. We've been doing that now for how long? About the last, well, probably more than 10 years actually. So although we have come to the end of the regular season, and quite a few places will be closing, some hotels closing as well, and some people will be going on a well-earned break, I think, but Blackpool will carry on through the winter. And if you want to see a bit of Blackpool through the winter, keep following my channel, get subscribed if you're not subscribed. So let's go and take a look around the promenade at 7:30 on a Monday morning. So this is where I am, New South Promenade, just by the Pleasure Beach there. The Pleasure Beach is still open till the end of November, but it's only open at weekends now. Yeah, so I thought we'd take a little look around here. I'm going to head towards the South Pier and see what it's like, shall we? It's going to be pretty quiet. It's going to be pretty quiet this week because a lot of the kids, I think, have gone back to school. Well, I'll tell you something, we can always rely on the beer monsters. I just wish that if people are going to have a drink outside, I wish they'd put the rubbish away. They're called swinging wind shelters. If you ever see them, if you're driving down the promenade and you see these things here, that's what they're called. The swinging wind shelters. But they don't swing anymore, they don't spin round like they used to. They used to spin round then, but for safety reasons the council decided to lock them off. If you think about the weather that Blackpool gets, the storms and the wind, can you imagine one of these things spinning round with someone sat on it? Oh my goodness. I don't think that would have worked, would it? Anyway, let's have a little look at the Pleasure Beach, shall we? It's looking pretty quiet. Well, actually it's not. It's actually quite busy on the promenade. There's loads of traffic going up and down, but there's the Boulevard Hotel, one of Blackpool's premier hotels, the Boulevard, yeah. And there's the big one, of course. You can still get on it if you want to, but only at weekends till the end of November. November the 30th, I think, is the last day for the Pleasure Beach, and then it'll close up for the season. I want to take a look at the sea because the sea looks really, really calm. So we're just going to get a little bit of peace now from the Blackpool Promenade, which is waking up with all the traffic. And just look at this view now of the Irish Sea. It's really, really calm. We've had such a calm week, and I think this is going to carry on for a bit longer. Well, this part of town is obviously posher because we have Peroni beer monsters down this part of town, yeah. Peroni Italiana, 5%. Well, it's not quite as strong as Carpacci, but it's posh. It's so relaxing looking at the sea, isn't it, today, when it's so calm out there. We've had high pressure in charge for well over a week now. Yeah, wouldn't you just love to be here in Blackpool right now? So we'll carry on to the South Pier. Who's going to be in Blackpool this week? Well, it's going to be quite a bit quieter, I'm sure. But as you know, Blackpool never sleeps. Some of us will be going into hibernation. I won't be. You know, one thing about the Pleasure Beach, I've mentioned it a few times, is obviously a lot of people say it's too expensive. You know, she charges to get in there, Amanda Thompson. She doesn't seem to be joining the party with the rest of Blackpool. You know, the piers, we've got everything else. We've got the pubs, the clubs, of course. All these other attractions which are open late. And yet the Pleasure Beach, which used to be open until midnight and sometimes beyond, now closes at tea time on nearly every night of the week. It only opens till 10 o'clock on Saturdays in the season. So yeah, what do you think? I used to live about a mile away from here, and I used to go out into the backyard, and you could hear the screams from the Pleasure Beach on a weekend. You could hear people on the roller coasters and everything, you know, up until, like I say, midnight. Midnight is ridiculous. And now, and I've spoken about the piers as well, the South Pier, the Central Pier with all the rides on it, and even the North Pier. The North Pier doesn't have any rides on it. Well, it doesn't now because Helter Skelter blew off. But the North Pier has the theatre. You can go on the North Pier till late, I'm sure, you know, till, I don't know, midnight or something like that. But the Pleasure Beach, well, unless you come on a Saturday in the season, the only time you're going to get in here late is then, and they're only open till 10 o'clock, yeah? What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. Here's a look up Watson Road. That's the road which splits the Pleasure Beach, or used to split the Pleasure Beach into two parts in the olden days. Yeah, in the very olden days it was a park of two halves. Sorry about the traffic noise. It is, Blackpool is waking up. But it is looking pretty quiet, look. Well, I think most of these places now will probably, don't quote me on this, probably be closing during the week. I might be wrong. I'm just giving you a bit of a feel for Blackpool. First thing on a Monday morning. We're now probably approaching 8 o'clock now. Yeah, it's just about 8 o'clock now. So that's Ocean Boulevard over there. That was completed around about, when was it? 1995 or something like that. Around about the time of the big one, was it? I remember when you could just look into the Pleasure Beach, you could see right into the Pleasure Beach there. Really, it's amazing to think that you could just walk into the Pleasure Beach. You know, you just walk in, buy a ticket, go on a ride. Whichever ride you want to go on, just buy a ticket for that ride. And then if that's all you wanted to go on, that's it, and walk back out again. Well, you can't do that now. Not when you've got to pay £50 to get in. We're just here at the Loop. We've got council bin team going around. They'll be quite busy today. We've had a really busy weekend, actually. Really, really busy. The last weekend of the regular season was manic. I think that's a substation, is it? Yeah, it's electric substation. That there. Pleasure Beach tramways. It's for the tramways, yeah. You know, we have rabbits around here. You know, in this bit of grass here, in these bushes, you might spot rabbits. Yeah. This here is called Venus Reborn. It's currently advertising Christmas by the Sea, 15th of November to the 5th of January. So there you go, folks. It starts all over again on the 15th of November. But as you can see at the moment, in Blackpool, it's looking pretty dead. You know what, I've just spotted something. They've taken down this tram shelter here, haven't they? I've only just noticed that. Yeah, there was a dilapidated shelter here that belonged to the Heritage Trams, I think, or Blackpool Transport. And yeah, it's gone. I missed that demolition. Here's a sneaky look inside the Pleasure Beach. We've got the Passage del Terra here on the left hand side. Just over there we've got the entrance to the park there, which is where the Noah's Ark ride used to be. Still there. You know, I used to hate that ride. I used to be scared of it actually, Noah's Ark, because it had those electric shock things in there, and I absolutely hated them. They've banned them now, of course. In the background you can see what the ice blast. What are they doing to the ice blast? I don't know. It's completely covered in scaffolding. Are they going to be doing it up, or are they dismantling it? Who knows? Yeah, I'm not too sure what they're doing with the ice blast, but I watched quite a lot of videos, theme park reviews and stuff like that. There's one called Coaster Dad. He knows his stuff. Coaster Dad. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He comes here quite a lot, and I think he was a bit mystified as to what they're doing with the former ice blast, which started as the PlayStation. I remember. I think it opened just after the big one, and I remember Doris Thompson. Yeah, Jeffrey and Amanda's mum went on it. She went on that ride. She was I think she was about 90 odd when she went on it, and all. She was a bit of a thrill seeker. Yeah. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see on that. Don't know if you can see the tower, but it seems to be shrouded in a bit of a mist today. Blackpool is waking up, but barely, on a Monday morning. It's November the 4th. This is the Sandcastle. The Sandcastle will of course be open in the winter. You get out of the gloom in there and get into 85 degrees. Or maybe you'd want to drown your sorrows in the Velvet Coaster here. One of 3 Wetherspoons here in Blackpool. Formerly the Lucky Star Amusements. Maybe you'd want a bit of a gamble at the Grosvenor Casino. There's another place that'll be open all winter. If you're a bit of a gambling person. No more go-karts anymore. There used to be go-kart in 2000 there. It's been empty. I think it's been empty for a couple of years now, that site there. Still trying to see if they can rent it out to someone else, but we're now at the South Pier. This is how it looks. We're now at about 8:15. I'll just check the time, yeah. 8:15 on a Monday morning. South Pier will be opening a bit later, but here's a look down the tracks towards the tower. There you go. So there's a little look around South Shore Blackpool. First thing on a Monday. Let's have a look down Station Road. Pablo's over the road, of course. There you go. Well, it might be all over as far as the regular season goes here in Blackpool, but don't forget it all starts again on the 15th of November with Christmas by the Sea, because Blackpool never sleeps. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because of course I will be bringing you videos of Blackpool throughout the winter. It's kicking off here with the seagulls. I'm just going to turn you around now and we'll finish with a look over the sea again from the South Pier. Are these seagulls going to move out of the way? Go on. So there you go. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.